Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. Um, Today I'm discussing new product, and I'm going to wear foundation today. So, um, first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my foundation. Um, this is a foundation I'll be wearing. This is a very good foundation. I like it very much. And this is the color, and it's a cool one too. All right. I do not use the brush on this. I don't like the brush. So, um, I use this brush. I have a mineral brush, not with me right now. It's in the other room, but this is the brush that I use, and I like it very well. This is what it looks like. All right. It picks up the makeup, the mineral powder really, really well, and it applies very well. So I like it. All right, so this is what the product looks like. And as you can see, it's really pink because I'm a cool, and all my foundations are pink. All right, so first, before I do anything else, I've already moisturized, and I will be using two primers. I will be using this primer on my nose, chin, around those areas, and this visibly reduces and blurs pores while mattifying shine, creates a perfect canvas for foundation, long-lasting, weightless feel, oil-free. And some have described this like a moisturizer. It does smell like one, and it does apply like one a little bit, but it sets sort of like a silicone primer. All right, so I put this all over my chin and my nose. All right. And I still have my hard candy primer that's like this. This obviously did not separate, so I like this really, really a lot. So I hope your week is going well. All right, so now this is the other primer I'm going to use. Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Under Makeup Primer. This is a Laura Geller primer. And this primer is really, really thick. It's very moisturizing. It's like the way this is when you apply, you would think it would be runny and watery. It's not. This is what it looks like. And what it looks like, this is how it is all the time. See, it doesn't move. Doesn't move at all. See? just easier. Alright, so I use this on the rest of my face, and it gives a lot of slip. It's like it should be really watery, but it's not. And I think it really works well with mineral foundation. So I'm going to do 2, 1 for each side. All right. And then I will be applying L'Oreal automatic pen liner, top and bottom. Let's see. There it is. I've been using this L'Oreal Carbon Black Perfect Pencil Self Advancing Eyeliner, and this is in Carbon Black, and this is what this looks like, and it is a pen, and I really like that because you don't lose product by having to sharpen. And I don't know if I ever gave a swatch, so I'll give a swatch. This is what it looks like. Alright. Now, I hope everybody's week has been going well. And who is anyone ready to celebrate the holidays, or at least in decor? It's been a different year, but I think sometimes decorations, can kind of like when you go out and buy something new, clothes or something, can kind of help with that a little bit, to kind of cheer you up, make you feel better if you are in a place where you're not very happy about situations. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cap off here, and I'm going to tap a little bit of powder in here. All right, and this goes a long way. This is what the product looks like. Okay, and then I take my brush like so and just put it in here, swirl it around. Okay, and then I do a light tap, not much, but light. And then, oh, before I get started, I want you to see what this does. So, before I get started, I'm going to show you what this is like. Okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, so this this is before. Okay, I put my primer on, and now I am applying, and you will see what this does. I tried Maybelline's powder, mineral powder. The first thing I noticed about it, though, was it was yellowy. Yeah, yellow on red. No, warm tones on red do not go. So, and I couldn't seem to find a pink. But I do have other Maybelline um, foundations that I have reviewed. They don't actually have cool undertones. Maybelline has neutral undertones, and their neutral undertones are really pink. They're neutral foundations. So I'm going to check and see if they've got um, um, the number of the foundation that I used for the liquid foundations that I have from Maybelline, and I will try their mineral foundation. That's what I'll do. At that time, I did not know that they did not have cool uh, foundations. So, but their neutrals are really, really pink. So, um, I will be going that route, and we will see. If they do, then I will be reviewing um, Maybelline's mineral powder. Okay. Okay, now you do not. I think I went in 3 times, and there is minimal to no uh, powder. Um, it's not messy, which I really, really like. Um, in my opinion, L'Oreal really did a great job with this mineral makeup. But, L'Oreal has done so many things that have been great, which is why I would probably consider them, uh, you know, a leader um, in a lot of over-the-counter cosmetics. I mean, and L'Oreal owns so many cosmetics brands. You should check out L'Oreal Corporate and see how many brands they own. They own a lot of cosmetics brands. All right, now I'm going to take. I'm going to show you what this does. All right. Okay. Before, okay, and after. That is what it does. I mean, it completely covers and it looks really good. So, all right. So, going to my next side here, I'm going to put a little bit more in this cap. And this I mean, it has lasted me a long time. Like that too. If there's something I find, a cosmetics that I like, I mean, I will talk about it because I really like it. And everything it does, everything it can do, all of that. So, and I want others to know how great it is. Now, does that mean that every product will work for everyone? No. Sometimes there are things, ingredients, or just, we all have different textures and tones, and, you know, no, not every cosmetic, not every makeup, not every, product will work for everybody. You know, there are foundations that have worked for many people, and everybody just, they talked about it and raved about it. And then I tried it, and it didn't work for me, you know. And, no fault of the product. It just didn't work for me, And then I've tried products that have worked with great results. And, you know, some of those products have worked for other people greatly, and then, that person, another person comes along and it didn't work for them. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the product or the person. It's just, um, you know, that person's, could be that person's, um, something in the product just really didn't work for them. That was all. But that has absolutely nothing to do with the person. We're just all different, and it's all right. But when you find something that really works, good for you, and you want to share that with others, because it could be a great bond. It could be a new product for them, and that's a good thing. All right, now I'm done with this. Now I'm on to my next thing. All right. I'm going to put what is left back in my little cup here. All right. Now, the next thing I do is I use my Cheekers blush, and as you can see, I use this a lot. I really like it. I think it's a good blush. It has shimmer in it, and it's really pretty. This is what it looks like. Well, I have a Smashbox blush brush. It does not work with this. I don't know why. So I use the original brush it came in, and I also use other brushes, and then I buff sometimes. So okay, now what I'm gonna do before I do my blush all together is do a quick spritz of my setting spray, because I like to set my foundation to give a greater set. Alright, so I did a quick set, and now I'm going to put my blush on. I like to set foundation first, to give it, an extra, stability, if you will. So I do that first. and then I'll set again after. But I just found that it gives better wearability and stay, and uh, I just think it's always a good thing to get more wear out of um, you know your cosmetics. So okay, so okay. The holidays, I mean November, the end of November, and Thanksgiving is already here. And then, I mean, right around the corner is Christmas. Just, it's gone so quick. The months have gone quickly. All right, now, so I don't know if all of you know, but um, Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube has new TV out. And have any of you tried their new TV that they've got out? Watched any? They have any shows that you watch and like? I haven't tried any of that yet. I mainly like the movies on there. I will watch movies occasionally. Okay, now, okay, now, product. This is Stila. Most of the time before this, I wear Wet n Wild. But today I'm going to show you Stila, and this is Heaven's Hue Highlighter, and this is an incandescence. All right, and it says lightweight, radiance enhancing highlighter with a bouncy to the touch texture that melts into skin for a barely there feel. Ultra fine, light diffusing particles help skin to look lit from within for a natural looking glow. Apply with a sponge, brush your fingers, and blend into cheeks, eyes, and body. It can be worn on bare skin or over foundation. So that, excuse me, is all about this highlighter. All right, I'm not just moving around. I'm trying to get the best view so that you can see what it says here. All right, now this is, that's the outward. This is the inward packaging. And this is a really, look at this outward packaging. Look at this outward packaging. Look at that. Isn't that something? And look at this packaging. Look at this packaging. Look at that. That is just wow. Okay, so I'm going to swatch this with my finger and show you what it looks like. This is has an iridescence to it. Look how pretty that is. And it says that you can use your finger. So I'm going to take that swatch and I'm going to use my finger. All right. Now I'm going to take my brush and use my brush. All right. And my brush is not an actual highlight brush, but it does work. So, all right, here we go. Okay, now in using my brush, this does not have, it has a little bit, but not much. See, I just use my brush and that's how much. See that? Not much. Can't even, almost can't even see where. Okay, there we go. This highlighter is just really, okay. Some of these products, the packaging is just awesome, I think. In my opinion, the packaging is just, I've watched some reviewers like put on the highlight first, like all over their, cheek area and a little bit above, and then put their blush kind of like over it, kind of to mix it. But for me, I did try that. For me, I didn't like it very well because my highlighter, you know, my blush has little glitters in it to make it glistening, and then my highlighter does too. So sometimes it's like they compete, and you can't tell which is which. And I would like my highlighters to stand out a little bit from my blush so that you can see the difference instead of one great big color. Um, I don't want it to be like that. All right, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so yeah, most of the time when you wear your blush and your highlight, it looks, for most people, it's separated. I mean, you can definitely see the highlight, and you can definitely see, um, the blush. All right, I'm going to be taking this in different light so that you can see better how it looks. I'm going to put this on, put my blush on. They're not even the same color blush, or my blush isn't the same color as my highlighter at all. So, but I can definitely see my blush. When I look in the mirror, I can see it. And I can see the highlighter. But I have noticed that sometimes You know, sometimes even other reviewers had situations where I don't know, the product. I don't know if it was the lighting, could be. Sometimes things didn't exactly show up at that time, and they didn't show very well. And it could very well be the lighting. I don't know. It could have been. When I do my check-in, I will take really good photos, and you will see the difference. Well, I can see it sitting here. I have plum on one side and like a pinkish um, on the other. So I know it is. Okay, I'm going to. All right, so this is. There we go. It's better. There. Okay, so in better light is coming. Okay, so this is Stila incandescence. Okay, and look again at that color. Isn't that just beautiful? It's awesome. It has a really pretty iridescent um, tone to it. I want you to see really, really well. What that swatch looks like. All right, so at my check-in, I am going to re-swatch and I'll show you again what it looks like. All right, now for my next product. All right. Another great thing about makeup, you don't have to use the powder. All right. Now, is this is the first um palette I have of this um makeup company. I have another one like it, but you'll see when I show you. This is the very first one that I bought from the store. And this is the first hard candy palette. I did buy one from the dollar store that's so much different from this, so much different. Um, this is called Guilty Pleasure, and there are 10 eyeshadows. Um, this is the very first, and I want to show you this first because I think I think you should know this, and I'll explain when I show you this why I think it's important. Okay, so um, when I bought this, um, when I bought this, it looked like this. You see that? You see how there's this white um, like glitter, like on top of each color? Okay, so I want you to see when I bought that, when I bought the palette, that's what it looked like. All right? Okay, So you've seen it. Now I want to show you the way it looks now, and there's still evidence of this that is still on the color around the edges, but I want to show you how it looks now. Okay. Now I'm going to open this palette because I want you to see what it looks like. Of course, I'm going to show you up close and do swatches, but I want you to see the colors themselves. All right. Now, do you see around the corners, the edges there, that there's still that white or like silvery or, yeah, that was completely covering the top of each eye color. All right. Now I'm going to swatch these. Now, when I first swatched them, it had kind of a crisp feel to it. And I did wear the colors. Actually, I made a video last night and had to redo it because of some things. So this is it. But I wanted to show you this because, I think you should know. So I took the top portion as glitters, okay? Now, I'm going to swatch some of these colors so that you can see the way they are. So, I'm going to swatch a very dark, and I'm going to swatch this one in here so that you can see what they are like. Okay, so even if there were little mini glitters on the inside, unless you can see them on the shadows, or in the shadows even, um, okay, now this is like a silver base, this one that I'm working with here, a silver base shadow. Okay, now okay, these are not in sequence. Okay, I swatched this dark here, okay, then this right here, and then this silver. That's what I swatched. But I want you to notice there doesn't seem to be, or maybe one or two glitters in the palette. Now as I use them, um, if I get to more glitters in the eye color, then we'll see that. But for right now, I don't see that in these eye colors. And even though I like the eye colors, I don't really like that they put a layer of glitter on top of the eye colors, and then there isn't glitter all the way down to the pan. Now, it doesn't have to be as thick as what it was when I first, um, got it, and then put my fingers over it. It doesn't have to be like that, but that they would just put a layer on top, since my thought is that these were shimmer or a glitter shadow, if you will, not a glitter palette like the other palette I have, Hard Candy, that is just straight glitter to the pan, but a glitter shadow that is shadow with glitters in it. So I wanted you to see that before you buy it so that you understand that, they might not have, it might not be all the way through. And so we'll see as we use this. If there are glitters all the way down, then good. Now, I can probably use, I'm not going to use this. I can use these. The brushes are small enough, interestingly. Some brands come out with brushes like, you can go to the store. L'Oreal has their brushes. Different brands that have come out with brushes and sponges that you can use with their cosmetics. And many of them that I've looked at are way too big for me to use. I can't use any of them. These, though, I can use these, but I'm not using this today because I want you to see these shadows really up close. Okay, so looking at the outward packaging while I'm doing this, look at that. It just has the mirror too. I don't know any over-the-counter right now as I'm sitting here, any over-the-counter palette that has a mirror like this one does. I don't know any. And I see a lot of palettes in the store. None that have a mirror like that. So hard candy is unique. I have to say that. They're very unique. Okay, now I'm going to use my brush that I always use. And my brush is this. This is my brush I always use. This is Wet n Wild. It is a lip brush, really, but I use it for a shadow brush because it's small enough for me. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use two colors. I am going to use, I'm going to use the red and the dark there. This one, I'm going to use this color, and I'm going to use this color, and then I'm going to put this color on the bottom. All right. I like the colors. Oh, and before I do that, primer. Okay, so I use my primer all the time. All the time. And it's always ready to go. There we go. All right. This is my primer. This works very well. It sets in 30 seconds. This is the way it looks before you apply, and it sets clear. This is the way it looks. All right. Why do I show this all the time? Because, there are always lurkers that don't know. And really, you can give a little tiny micro mini review in a review that lasts a few minutes. They can see what kind of primer or powder or, in between the actual review of the product you're reviewing. So, that's helpful for people because then if they see something that they like and see the truth about it because you're using the product and they see, hey, it's clear, it dries clear, and then they can go out and try it. And if they like it, then they have a product. Okay, so this is 30 seconds. Now I'm putting this all over the bottom, my lower lid. All right, so thus far, I am seeing it appears like some little glitters. We'll see. These are really tiny glitters. We will see. Okay, and interestingly, it's somewhat acting, the color is acting more like pigment than it is shadow. So I like that too. I don't really like really powdery shadow that, you don't even, trying to get it with your brush onto your lid and, there's all this powder all over, I don't like shadows like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right, show you how rich this color is. Okay. See, I think it's really good that you know this stuff, all the stuff that I show you, because then you know what the product is going to do when you get it, if you do. And you can be prepared for what you are going to do. How you're going to wear it, that sort of thing. So I think that's a good idea. Okay, so I had just a little bit underneath my eye, but I mean, not, there we go. That's what that looks like by itself. Okay, now I'm going in on my other side. All right. So the question would be, is if I found out that there wasn't glitter all the way through the pan, would I still use a product? Yes, I would. I would still use a product because the colors are really rich and I like the way they wear. But I would hope in that situation that Hard Candy Cosmetics would think about they put glitter on the top of the colors on the very top before you swatch brand new colors, never been swatched, never been worn, that the customer would think that there were glitters all the way through and that they should do that, so that the customer doesn't buy it thinking that there are glitters all the way through. And then they start using the palette and find out that's not so. It is far better to, make sure that there are. So, to be eye-catching through the top of the palette in the store is okay, but, it's far better, in my opinion, to, to make sure that they really are the way they look. Let me see them. Okay, so now I am moving now to my darker shadow here. That is what I'm doing. I'm moving now to that. And I'm going to this darker shadow right here. This one right there. Now I'm putting a shadow underneath my lower lashes. And you'll see that here in a minute. It is not going to be the shadow that I started out, the two on top. This is going to be a different color to give it more of a standout effect. I do like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So, all right. I definitely like the colors. Colors are really pretty. All right. All right. So you will see I'm going to get photos in different light so you can see very well how they look. Alright. Now, I'm going to take a little bit underneath. I'm going to use this color right here, this lighter one, that, and I'm going to go lightly underneath my lash line on my lower lashes. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. And this looks, it somewhat looks like a really, really light, maybe even an iced gray. But it doesn't behave like glitter at all. I would put it at an iced gray color, but it is really, really pretty. I do like it. And it really does make my eyes stand out. Alright. Sometimes I don't blend my shadows on top a lot because I want the different colors to really be to really stand out a lot. So sometimes I do that. So alright. I'm just about ready to show you how this looks. Alright. I'm going to take my brush here and do a slight blend of the color in the middle. There we go. Okay, now let me show you what this looks like. Okay. Alright, and alright. There you go. Looks like that. I think it looks really good. I'm going to take one of my shut. Okay. So you can see what the color looks like. There you go. Alright. So, it is now, one more spray. One more spray. Okay. Okay, so this is Smashbox, okay? And I do forget to shake it up sometimes. Still works. Still works. Alright, so this does exactly what it says. The only thing it does is set, and it works very well. So There we go. All right. So I used I really like the setting spray a lot. Okay, so I'm going to give you one last full photo um, before I. All right. Okay. So here it looks. This is the final look. For now, this is the final look. Okay. All right. I'm going to check in. Let's see what it is right now. 2:03. Okay. So I'm going to check in a couple of hours or so. And I'm going to see about getting some different pictures, different photos, and different lights so you can see it better. So, I will see you in a couple of hours or so. And you guys have a very good afternoon. And I will see you in a little bit for check-in. So, I will see you then, everybody. Hey, everybody. Back for check-in. And it is 3:32 right now. All right. So I'm going to show you exactly what's been going on with. First, I'm going to show you. I took photos in different light. All right. So this is some of my highlight. Okay. And all right, so this is a little bit my color. This is both. And then this is a very good close-up of how it looks. And I do like it. I don't know why the color does not look like this in the pan. And when I applied, it didn't look like this. But look underneath, it almost looks like a blue shadow or a blue. It's like it's pulling a blue color, the shadow under my lower lashes. And it is so pretty. So here's another. These are all different lights. This is probably the best I've. One was fluorescent light, one was natural daylight. And this is it. I don't know why it's doing that, but it looks really good. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to go another hour or so, and then I will be wrapping up this review. I like the colors. I like the palette. Um, so um, you know what? I think just a minute. I think I forgot my liquid liner. All right, I'm going to put on. I don't know why I would forget this, but I'm putting on my Milani Stay Matte for 17-hour long wear. And again, I don't know why I would forget to do this, but this is only going on my top lash line. Yeah, I think I did. That's really weird. All right. All right. So this just really gives a crisp line, and I really like that it's matte. So all right. So I'm applying my Milani. All right. I think this is pretty much done. All right. I applied my liner. That is okay. Let me see about one more photo right now for you to see. All right. All right, everybody. You know what? I think I'm going to be buying some more here pretty soon. I did apply, but I'm going to have to get some more. Let me apply again. That's good. I'm going to have to do a video on all my repurchases. I have a lot of repurchases. All right, so there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so there we go. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. Now I forgot to do that. All right, everybody. One more check-in, and we'll be wrapping up. I'll see you then. All right, everybody. It is now 5:56, almost 6 o'clock. And first, I'm in a different setting, as you can see, and I want you to see the colors better. So I decided to do a very, very quick and different lighting swatches. So from dark on this side to light on the other end, that's what I'm doing. Very quick. And then this will be the end of this review. So these are the swatches. And I still think that this palette is a good one. If I take the time after this, which I will, to look and see if the glitter goes all the way down to the bottom of the pan, I will give an update. All right. So there is 2 eye colors left. And these colors are very pigmented quickly. You don't have to, reapply and reapply. All right. So I like the packaging. So cute with the little mirror. All right, everybody. So now I've got this to show you. And my eye look has not changed at all since I applied. All right, so this is, you can see the highlight, my blush, and also look at that foundation. It's awesome. All right, this is my eye looks right now. Look at that color. And that color is awesome. All right. This is a little bit farther away. So nothing has changed at all since I applied, except for I did add my Milani liquid, which I forgot to include the last time. Okay, so just to recap, everything looks. So this is all for this review, and I hope you have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Lurkers, sub, we want you in our happy family. Click the like button and the notify for all the vlogs coming your way, which are many. I'm Vicki. Thank you so much for watching. One last look at this palette. It really is awesome. And if you want any other looks from this palette, from the other colors, let me know down in the description or in the comments. In the comments. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you in my next video.